lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
This is Khadevis Robinson, and welcome to the Khadevis Robinson Challenge. You know, Langston Hughes said, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. You see, holding fast to your dreams is important because it gives you motivation to go through the hard times. And listen to this, you're going to go through the hard times. The hard times is simply just life. You know, you're either going through the hard times, just came through the hard times, or you're about to go through the hard times. So just understand that, and that's why it's important for us to continue to hold fast to dreams. But there's one thing I want to explain to everybody. There's one thing with dreaming, and there's another thing with taking action. You see, a lot of times when I'm traveling around the country or traveling around the world, I hear individuals saying, well, how do you do all that travel? How do you do those things? I see you, KD, you're here, you're there, you're doing this, you know, and how is that possible? And then they'll go along and say, that's on my bucket list. And I'm like, what do you mean? They'll say, well, visiting that place is on my bucket list, or going to that event is on my bucket list, or having this is on my bucket list. And what I like to tell people is that bucket lists are meant to do while you're still living. In other words, a lot of times people act as if they have another life stored away or another life on layaway. I mean, as far as I know, this is it. This is the only life we have. And I like to emphasize that there are certain things, there are some things you must do now that you cannot do in the other life. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, how do you know that? How do you know? I mean, you don't know what's after this life, and, you know, you don't know how it is in heaven or whatever. But I'll tell you this. I've read the great book, and the great book does describe how the kingdom of heaven will be, and that's if you make it to heaven, if you're one of the lucky enough ones to make it to heaven. But even with that being said, there are certain things that you must do now, today. And I get it. Sometimes the timing is not right, but sometimes the timing will never be right. And I get it. Sometimes you don't have enough money, but sometimes you'll never have enough money. My point is, on some of these things, you must get going on it now. Sometimes in life, we must jump and grow our wings on the way down. You see, it's like when you're traveling, right? And you have to make this important trip. And for some odd reason, the traffic was really bad and you couldn't make it to the airport in time. And you have these bags you want to check in, and they say, well, check this out. You can make the flight, but not if you check the bags. So you have a decision. You can miss the flight and miss the important appointment, or you can decide not to check the bags, leave the bags behind and make the flight, and then buy the clothes and stuff that you need when you get there. And I'm telling you, sometimes in life, you got to leave those bags behind and make that flight. I mean, I think everybody do said it better. She said, bag lady, you're going to hurt your back. Carrying all those bags like that. And what does that mean? It means sometimes you can't carry stuff with you because it keeps you from reaching your goal. It makes you put these things on the bucket list, and then you never accomplish the bucket list. Because every time it's time to accomplish it, you got all these bags, and you're afraid to leave the bags behind. You know, I was talking about one of my favorite movies, The Wizard of Oz, and then I was talking about the remake by Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, the Oz, the Wiz, and Michael said, ease on down the road. But then he said something that's important. Don't you carry nothing that might be a load, because if you're carrying a load, you can't ease on down the road. Now, I'm not preaching right now. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that have all this potential that God has blessed, and they keep saying, well, I couldn't do that, or I can't make that, or I can't afford that, or I couldn't do it now. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to work. Let me tell you something. and this is a question I have for all you guys. If you was to pass today, Lord forbid if you was to die today, what would hit the newspaper first? Your job or your obituary? Let me repeat that. If, Lord forbid, something was to happen to you today and you was to die, would your job hit the classifieds first or would your obituary hit the newspaper first? My point is, yeah, you got to have that job. You got to pay your bills, and you love that job. But I tell you this, if something was to happen to you on most jobs, they're going to have a replacement coming up. Remember, JFK was assassinated, and 15 minutes later, they swore in another president. What do you think? How long do you think they're going to wait for you? So I'm telling you right now, as the summer's coming down to an end, you got a goal, you got a wish, you got a hope, you got a bucket list, you got something that you told yourself you was going to do, and you was going to do it this summer, and you haven't done it. And you've given yourself a reason and an excuse to not do it. And I'm telling you, excuses are tools of incompetence which builds monuments of nothingness. And those who specialize in them rarely amount to anything. Therefore, I have no excuses. You better go do that bucket list, and you better do it now. And this is not a dare. This is a challenge, the Khadevis Robinson challenge, because as you know, those people in El Paso that was going to Walmart, they thought they just had a Walmart trip. Those people over here in Ohio, in Dayton, who was going to just have a good time, they thought they were just going to have a good time. So my point is, don't keep putting that bucket list so far back. Go ahead. Live that life. You know, they say you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. This has been Khadevis Robinson. This is the Khadevis Robinson Challenge. And once again, I holla.
Blood Brothers. The Jewel. David Benton. Beyond a fist in a building. This is what y'all want? Yeah. You gon' get it. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking hoe. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking no. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, funny, no. I ain't worried about it. 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 13 years in the bed and people let me for dead. Hit the waist, piling red, cause I'm a thoroughbred. Every word that I said, I kept. You slept on me, the government stepped on me. My homies just left on me. Nobody but mama dirt, daddy stressed, kids too. You would know what I've been through if you did a bit too. You think that you know me, cause we went to the same school. Showing you chain gang and B came a dang fool. I ain't cool, but still I don't blame you. I'm not the same dude. I'm winning, you can't lose. Never been gangster or thug, but I did pop a slug when I was selling drugs in the slum. On the east side of Knoxville, homies they got killed. Just because I'm not a killer don't mean that I'm not real. God told me my purpose, I was nervous and got chilled. Survivor, striving, that's why I'm not bothered. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking hoe. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, hey, no. It don't bother me, faking no. It don't bother me, funny, no. It don't bother me, funny, no. I ain't worried about it. 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 I got haters on haters. I got haters for haters. I trade haters for haters. They hated the haters. You ain't getting no papers. See you later, say haters. Yes, I'm a slow taker. Yeshua, come save us. Y'all haters keep talking and talking and talking. More talking ain't gonna do nothing. You just keep on walking and walking. More talking ain't down for no sparking. Can't roll with the chosen, so you should go pocket. Oh, you really ain't about it. You just like the music. Get up out of the way, let the jewel go on and do it. This ain't a dream, I was put on a scene, feel a steam with a smack in my hand. You think you can judge me, this clay, this vessel, God soldier, this man? I stand on the rock and it's heavy and steady, that's right that I stand. I'm telling you fam, I ain't choose to do this, so this all I got planned. No, I don't care what you talking about. Low-key capping what it be about. I hear the devil coming out your mind like no. Nah, we don't play cause we're from the side. Too blessed to be strapped, we don't even care what you talking about. Hey, no, it don't bother me. Faking home, it don't bother me. Funny, no, it don't bother me. Funny, no, it don't bother me. Hey, no, it don't bother me. Faking, no, it don't bother me. Funny, no, it don't bother me. Funny, no, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about